Hi, and welcome to Origin of Concepts. In this episode, we will move on with the Heracles and his 12 labors. And this is episode 3, Capture the Golden Ceryneian Hind of Artemis, to be specific. I can't speak that word. Ceryneian Hind is a divine colossal deer in Greek mythology, featuring golden antlers, bronze hoofs, and the ability to snort fire. Okay, let's take a look at that, because we have to go to the Milky Way center here. The hind or deer is visualized by the dark shadows surrounding the Milky Way center. And let me draw it for you here. Let's start with the front legs here, and then we go up to the head and some horns here. And then it goes down here. And then we do something like that. And it could be something like that, I think. Yeah. And then the back part is here. It can be jumping with the back legs, or it can sit down like this. I prefer this one. And then we got the stomach, just following the outlines of the shadows in the Milky Way center. And here we got a star, and that's the eye, of course, of the hind. All right. Here we got the Ceryneian hind. And then we have some bronze hooves, or hooves, which is the 3 dark shadows in the Milky Way center. This is a giant. If we take the shadows here and we make like this. This is the footstep of the hooves. If you can follow me, this is the giant footstep of the hooves of the animal. You can try to see here. Maybe it's easier if I just make one line. Then it makes sense. It's the same footprint as Pegasus. And the bronze color is, of course, the golden light from the disk in the Milky Way center, the bronze in the sky. Okay, and then we got the golden antlers. These. And, before I draw the antlers up here, but it's just to indicate that it's a hind or a deer. And then, as in many other myths, they used all the aspects of the Milky Way center to describe things deeper. And the antlers is visualized by the golden antlers is the golden disk light here, running into the striped shadow. And the striped shadow is, of course, the golden antlers on its head. There it was. So that's why it's golden. So they used the striped shadow as the antlers. Okay, and then I'll go back to the hind. I should have done this in the opposite row, because the myth also say that the hind is snorting fire, taking fire inside its nose. And let me draw the fire, because it's the fiery golden disk in the Milky Way center here. And you see from its nose up here and down to the fire, you see this thin shadow here. I'll do like this. It's taking the fire into the nose, so to speak. This thin shadow is very well used in the world myth for everything and anything. So here you got the snorting fire. Okay, and the Hind was so fast that it could outpace an arrow. And without doing too much, the arrow is the striped shadow here. And it's faster than the arrow, of course. I can take it all off here, and you can see this is the Hind here, right? And now it's running fast with the legs behind, and here you got the arrow with the stripes. Okay, let's move on. The elusive Hind is only visible due to the glint of moonlight on its antlers. Okay, so it's only visible for the eye when it got the silvery moonlight on the antlers. And it's no secret that the moonlight is the silvery shadow next to the striped shadow. So here you got the antlers, so to speak. And this shadow here is the silvery light. But it sets the moonlight, so what's that about? But it's not the moon. It's every time you hear the term sun and moon, in 99.5% of the time, it's wrong, because in reality, it's the sun is the golden disk in the Milky Way center, and the moon is always the shiny crescent. They never write the moon or lunar or anything, because it's the crescent here, the bow of rain, so to speak, with this is the silvery light, and the disk is the golden light, the sun and the moon. So when the silvery moonlight is shining on the antlers, you can see the Hind. And here is the antlers, and the moon is the same thing, or the crescent, the silver crescent is the same thing. Okay, I think you get me, because I mention this in every time we cross over the sun and the moon in any of my videos. And I keep doing it. It's very important, because many myth is totally misinterpret because of this sun and moon stuff. Okay, I move on. Hercules captured the Hind while it slept with a trapping net. Okay, so now the Hind is sleeping, and Heracles, or Hercules, it's the same, it's Roman and Greek god, it's the same figure. And let's look at the net, because the net is also the striped shadow here. And, you know, this is the bar for the net. It's also the harp and many other things. But this is always the net in the Milky Way myths. So the striped shadow is the net, and he draw it, and it catch the Ceryneian Hind. Okay, that's all you need to know, because there's no more in that part. So now you know where to find the Ceryneian Hind of Artemis, the third labor of Heracles in his 12 hard labors. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.